Hove trainer Wendy doesn't have an extravagant setup at her kennels in Billingshurst in Sussex, but the love she has for her dogs and the care they receive is clear to see.
I've got reasonably small kennels. We've got about 30 dogs in here. We can take up to 40, but I just like to keep up to about 35, so I've got some spare kennels for holiday dogs and things like that. Got a smaller block which is more open for the suits certain dogs, and then the main block with a kitchen in that we main deal with, and then we got 2 concrete blocks where we empty the dogs in the morning first thing, and then we've got a nice grass paddock where we walk and the dogs can go off loose as and when we need to in the daytime.
And that grass paddock, you sort of brush over it, but I think that's invaluable when training greyhounds. You obviously don't have a gallop, but they really get to stretch their legs in there.
Yeah, they get to stretch their legs in there, and in the winter we sawdust around the sides, and we can still walk and obviously exercise the dogs when the weather's bad, and they can still run around in it and enjoy their free time.
You've been in greyhound racing a long time. Who have you worked for over the years? Various people.
I worked for John Rouse, and then when I left school, and then I took a licence out and still worked for John Rouse, but had a licence for down Portsmouth. Then gave that up and worked for Maria Collins for about 2-3 years, and then come back to John when he decided he wanted to retire, and I took over the licence to go at Hove, and I've been there for just over 20 years.
You've been doing the dogs for a long time, and you've got a particular way that you like to do things now.
Yes, I like to keep it into a routine, yes. I'm generally here at 6 o'clock in the morning, letting the dogs out, getting them cleaned out, and we feed early. We usually feed about 8 o'clock. The noisy ones we feed earlier, settle them down and that. And then put the loose ones up, let them potter around, have a cup of coffee, then walk all the dogs. And then go down, get the treatments done and the grooming done, and generally get all the main bits done in the morning. And then in the afternoon, it's a bit more free time for the dogs. Spend a bit more time with the dogs.
And as far as possible, you never like to miss a race meeting, do you?
No, I'm afraid I'm a little bit hands-on. I like to know what's happening with my dogs. I've got a bit of help now. Help me because I can't get over to the pickup in time now. I've hurt my knees, so need a little bit of help. But no, I like to be there to know what's happening with the dogs.
And you've got a loyal set of owners here. A lot of them have been with you a long time. But even when it comes to owners, you like a particular type of owner.
Oh yes, yeah. Me owners, I don't like gambling owners. That's a no-no. I like owners that like to come up on a Sunday, walk their dogs, and make sure they're homed at the end of it. Either they take them home or we home them properly. That's the main thing, the welfare issue for the dogs at the end of their career.
And that is something that is important for you throughout their career, actually. We've seen Catherine's Jet here today, who sustained a hock injury recently, and you're sort of very keen to put out that message that, you know, all injuries are fixable.
Yes, they're fixable now, and now with the track paying all the vets' fees is an absolute godsend. It helps the owners out. They haven't got to worry about any dog getting injured. They know the payment's taken away from them. All they've got to worry about is getting the dog back sorted out and homed.
And we've seen her owner down here with her today. She's going to have a very happy life, isn't she?
Oh yes, I think she can't wait to get on that settee.
Catherine Jet was just returning from an injury, and she was trialling back, and unfortunately she completed the trial and broke her hock near the pickup.
You own a few dogs, and obviously we've heard from Wendy today how welfare conscious she is. As an owner, how important is that to you and a trainer?
It is very, very important as an owner. We expect our dogs to be looked after, and we want them to be at their best, and welfare is paramount.
And are you looking forward to getting her home?
I am so excited, as are the rest of the family.
Why is welfare so important to you?
I wouldn't want to be in this game if the welfare wasn't there. You know, these dogs, they give you so much. You know, they spend all their time in kennels. You want to give them that free time out there, and they all deserve a home at the end of it. When they finish racing, they should be allowed to go to a home, not sat in a kennel waiting for a home. They need to go when they're still young and they can still enjoy their life.
All your dogs here seem so happy. Is that important?
Yeah, oh definitely, yeah. You like to see them wanting to go out, you like to see them jumping up, you like to see them having that attention. It's, you know, it's the me time with the dogs. That's the enjoyment you get out of the game.
And you definitely have that bond with them. They react to you so well, don't they?
Yes, yeah. I like that. You know, that's what's kept me in the game. That is definitely what's kept me in the game.
And first ever interview this. in all your years racing. I can't believe you've got away with it for so long, but not anymore. Now everybody knows who Wendy Short is.
Well, we'll wait and see.